Welcome to another video. I wasn't expecting to be uploading so much this week because I didn't think there'd be much news, but there is a couple things that would be worth talking about, especially related to West Ham. This isn't the Premier League roundup that we usually do on Mondays, so I can talk about West Ham topics on its own rather than on the Mondays, which I usually don't talk about West Ham. I talk about other teams, but three topics. Now, first topic I'm going to talk about is Moyes' future. Nothing concrete, but there's always like a different, a thing every week. Now, Jacob Steinberg, don't know how reliable he always is. Sometimes he reports something good. Sometimes I think I don't know what you're talking about half the time. But I would say he's more reliable than some other journalists. And apparently he said, your guess is as good as mine in whether Moyes will get sacked if he loses the final or he will stay if he wins the final. Now, in my opinion, he should go regardless. But we're going to talk about that another time. But yeah, it's a different report every week. And he's been linked with the Celtic job. It's not concrete. Unless I hear something from an ex-West Ham employee, I'm not going to even bother with that. I also don't know why you would go from Ange Postecoglou to David Moyes in terms of starters of play. They're two different managers. But I don't know how the Celtic board are like. Are they a good board? Because apparently Ange Postecoglou might be going to Tottenham. He's in pole position, which doesn't mean he will actually get the job. But whether they've either rejected other managers or other managers have rejected them, whether it's Arne Slot, Nagelsmann, apparently Luis Enrique wants a Premier League job, so he might be a choice. The thing is with Ange Postecoglou and Luis Enrique, when they get backed by Daniel Levy, and again, topic for another day, but just worth putting out there that there's still talk on Moyes' future. But we're going to move on to two other topics. First topic out of the two, another Mikel Antonio thing to talk about. Obviously, as you know, Mikel Antonio goes on podcasts, but he has his own podcast with Callum Wilson, which I can put up with. Although hearing the name Callum Wilson must be the biggest PTSD flashbacks you can get, and as a West Ham fan anyway. But yeah, the Footballer podcast, I think that's what it's called. I do listen to it sometimes. Him and Callum Wilson, there's the clip going viral about Richarlison, about he celebrated 4 times, scored once, and 3 of them are offside. And Antonio saw that Ryan Mason responded in his interview saying he was disappointed as professionals, and Antonio said, if Richarlison wouldn't take that personally because he knows as footballers you can't care about other people's opinions, otherwise he wouldn't be where he is. But Richarlison has responded to the original clip, and he said, how many World Cup goals does Mikel Antonio and Callum Wilson has? Now, in my opinion, this is what the Premier League is kind of missing, because the social media side has made everything friendly between teams, players, and whatever. But that's missing. A bit of, even if it's just banter, a bit of banter. We need that, because in West Ham, Tottenham as well, they're both 2 London clubs, obviously Newcastle as well, but yeah, just we need something to spice it up. We need things like this, because it just becomes stale. I don't want to see, Declan Rice will probably leave after the final, but I don't really want to see you talking to Harry Kane after we've lost to Tottenham. If I'm losing a derby, I'm not talking to anyone. I'm shaking people's hands and I'm fucking off. Come on, man, it's a derby. But that's what the Premier League is kind of missing, is that fierce rivalry. The generation I missed out on, which was the Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United, all competing, the Mourinho, Ferguson, Wenger era. And occasionally, like I guess in Chelsea Tottenham, you'll get the fierce rivalry. That's because that's heated a lot. I can't remember what other fixtures you'll get that with. I think there was one recent at the back end of the season, but I don't remember. But there needs to be more, because it's just like handbags. It's just pushing, but like there's not really anything outside of the handbags in when it comes to rivalries. But I blame social media. I blame Gareth Southgate for making this PR England friendly togetherness hype. Because it hasn't done England any other favours, has it? Like, it hasn't made a fucking difference. Getting to a quarter-final, a semi-final, and that hasn't made any of a difference making having more camaraderie around the England group, has it? Like, and I think that's had a factor, because you watch a Manchester derby and you see Maguire and Stones hugging afterwards. It's a bit shit. Like, it's just a bit shit. But last topic here. Remember a year ago, all that talk about Jesse Lingard coming to West Ham. I was really happy. I would have been really happy if he had come to West Ham at the time. He was set to join West Ham. He was close. The next day, he moves to Nottingham Forest. He was close to joining, and then he didn't join. And then he went to Forest, and everyone said it was for the money. Now, I think the Athletic said it was 100 or something a week, not 200k. And I think that was less than what we were offering. But it wasn't for the money. But my problem wasn't the fact that even if it was for the money, my problem is the fact that we would have given you a welcome. You would have been, like, at the time it would have been Europe. You could get Europe with us. I don't see why you go to Forest instead of us. But, whatever, innit? He said in the diary of a CEO that West Ham gave him a deadline. Well, yeah, of course we gave you a deadline. You wasted our time when we tried to buy you in the first place. We tried to get you again in January, and the club blocked it. So why would we keep waiting and keep pursuing when we can move on to other targets? Simple, no? So imagine if he had joined, yeah, you would have got such a good welcome. And he didn't join, and now he has been released by Nottingham Forest. 0 goals, 0 assists. Now, it's not just about goals and assists, but he didn't even play. Sometimes wasn't even in the squad. It's like they saw 3 games of him and bought Morgan Gibbs-White straight away. Morgan Gibbs-White is a big reason why Forest stayed up. So is Brennan Johnson, so is Taiwo Awoniyi. I don't know how to say the name, sorry. So is Niakate coming back. Like, there's a few players that you can say kept Forest up. It wasn't Lingard. If you want to be the guy dancing around celebrating like you did something, that's fine, but you didn't. And yeah, it's not even an abuse thing. I haven't abused him. I haven't said anything shit. I've come with straight, cold, hard facts. Is that I'm not even going at you because of the money or whatever. Even if you was getting paid less, I'm not going at you because of that. I am literally, all I'm saying is that you could have got a great welcome, and you're moaning about Forest showing you more love and West Ham giving you a deadline. And really, if you had joined West Ham, you would have got such a good welcome because you got us into the Europa League. But yeah, enjoy the MLS or Saudi, because that's where he's going to be going next, as reported by ex-West Ham employee. So yeah, that will be it. And that's just a short video, guys, that I wanted to do 3 topics in one. And yeah, we're coming up to the final. We're 5 days away. I'm nervous. I will always be nervous, but I think we can do it. The only problem is that I don't know what I'm going to do when watching it. So let me know in the comments where you're going to be watching it. Are you going to be watching it just at home? There's no fan zones, or there is some fan zones, but it's difficult to get tickets and paid. And apparently the club have emailed people saying you can get screens at the stadium for 60 quid, which is ridiculous. So yeah, okay. If you guys did like the video, leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. Social medias are in the description if you want to follow me, and an email for the inquiries. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.